When we think of fasting during Lent, the first things that might come to mind are giving up chocolate or caffeine. But our readings for today give us a very different image of what fasting looks like. In today's first reading, God says to the prophet Isaiah, "This is the type of fasting that I desire, releasing those bound unjustly, untying the thongs of the yoke, setting free the oppressed, breaking every yoke, sharing your bread with the hungry, sheltering the oppressed and the homeless, clothing the naked when you see them." Sounds maybe a bit more like almsgiving than we would imagine. But I think this reading invites us as we begin the Lenten season to think outside the box when it comes to prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. To not stick to the same stuff we've always done, but think about what is something different we can do during this Lenten season. 2 weeks ago, I stumbled upon this great quote by St. Bernard, and it got me thinking about this very topic. He was talking about 3 ways to grow in wisdom, 3 steps, and I thought, this is a great summary of what holiness could look like. 3 very practical things. He says these are ways that we show that God's wisdom abounds in us. First is we confess our sins. Second, we express gratitude to God. And thirdly, we edify others with our speech. We confess our sins, we show gratitude, and we build others up by our speech. And as the more I thought about those 3 things, the more I thought they kind of all associate with prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. If we think about during this Lenten season, prayer, maybe just ending each day with an act of contrition, recognizing those ways we've messed up and we need God's forgiveness. Secondly, gratitude, getting rid of negativity or negative thoughts or putting down others or venting about people. And thirdly, building others up by our speech. Almsgiving, showing that generosity of God by what we say, something that's totally free to give. Those 3 actions not only are ways to grow in wisdom, but to grow in our relationship with God. And maybe during this Lenten season, God might be inviting you to something different, to think outside the box when it comes to these 3 activities, that you too may be stretched and grow in your relationship with Jesus this Lent. That's what it's all about.